Hi everybody, it is Raven and today we are going to be talking about, parental acceptance of Therians. Now this actually is kind of a video for a comment that was left on my last Therian video. Someone commented saying that they were having trouble with their parents accepting them and stuff like that. So I decided I would make an entire video about it. And I have notes because I tried filming this video 15 times this morning and I just couldn't do it. So I wrote everything down, and so if I keep glancing down, that's why. I'm not staring at myself, I'm just looking at my paper. Alright, so the first step in parental acceptance of your Therianism is to come out as a Therian. Now, this is a very difficult thing to do. It's not, how do I put this? Okay, I'm just gonna read from my notes. The main things that you have to remember when you're coming out to your parents about being a Therian is you have to pick a good time, you have to make sure you are calm and willing to answer questions, that you have researched and learned everything you could possibly learn about your Therian type or everything like that. And then the biggest one is don't get defensive, because when you're trying to sway someone to come and agree with your side, getting defensive makes you seem angrier and less approachable, and that's not something you want when you're trying to bring people to your side. And so the next thing I have written down is tips for talking to parents about Therianism. Now, a lot of parents are not going to understand a thing you're talking about, so there's either going to be a lot of questions or a lot of awkward silences, and you have to be prepared for that. The three main things you have to remember when ever talking to your parents about anything, whether it be you coming out as a Therian or you wanting to buy something that costs a lot of money or you wanting to change your room, you have to remember these three things. You have to be mature, you have to be honest, and you have to be willing to compromise. Now, the third one is really the biggest one that I want to focus on, because say you're a Therian and you've just come out to your parents and they're not entirely on board, but they're not like completely in the dark. And for example, you want to buy a tail and you need your parents' help to purchase that tail. You would have to be willing to compromise on the fact that maybe they don't want you wearing it around outside in public, or maybe vice versa, they don't want you wearing it in the house, but you can wear it outside as much as you want. You have to be willing to be okay with that, because I'm assuming that you still live with your parents, otherwise you wouldn't have to ask their permission for anything. So as long as you live with them, you have to obey their rules, because that's just kind of a thing. And the final most important thing to remember when talking to your parents about Therianism is finding the most comfortable way for yourself to talk to them. Like, not everyone will be able to come out to their parents face to face, and that's completely okay. There are many other ways to communicate with your family other than just face to face. You can email them if that makes you feel more comfortable. You can talk to them over the phone, or even do a video and show them that and come out in that way. And none of these are wrong or anything like that. They're just different. And I'm gonna feel like I'm being very redundant, but the most important thing to remember is to make yourself comfortable and make sure you feel comfortable enough to come out to these people before you do anything, because if you're not comfortable, the other person's not going to be comfortable, and then there's a whole uncomfortableness that's going on, and that's never fun. Well, that's all I wrote down for today. I'm sorry if my video sounded a little bit jumpy, I guess, because I don't know. I'm very insecure about myself right now. I shouldn't have said that. Whatever. Continuing. So yeah, like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more Therian videos, and I will see you next time. Bye!